I didn't kill the queen.
You did, though.
You did?
You guys have no proof.
Oh.
Well, the queen's dead. I didn't see you. when
I'm
she
here.
died.
I'm here.
Yeah. I don't even know if you're there. That could be a deep fake backdrop. You could be in Buckingham right now.
Yeah, okay. Me who barely spends any money to repair my computer to make it work so I can be here every ding dang Saturday. You think I'm spending the money? You think I'm spending the money
That
on
could be part of your cover as an international assassin.
That's a
I
good
watched
cover.
I watched enough Killing Eve to know how wily assassins can be.
Are you comparing me to Jodie Comer?
And I don't believe anything anymore because I saw young Johnny Lawrence on Cobra Kai last night.
Hello. How does this
Hi, Sarah.
sound?
Okay, let me adjust your
Yes.
settings real quick.
Oop.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay. Testing. This is Sarah Everett. Testing.
No
Yes?
cracklies.
No
No
crackle.
crackles.
No crackle.
Yay, we did it.
My poor
Huzzah.
cat is trying to scritch herself with her nubbin because she's missing a leg. So she's like trying to, and I can't help her.
Here's my spaceship today, Carrie.
I don't have a space.
Looks like it's got a solar sail.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me open it up, and then open the cockpit.
You're ruining the demo.
Oh, never mind. Throwing this away. Okay, let me get a real spaceship.
Oh, Carrie, we can't hear you. What happened to your
sorry.
stuff?
Oh, no.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
There you go. Here's
Oh,
here's,
are we live?
here's my spaceship from Star Citizen.
Ooh,
Cool.
looks
I made
snazzy.
I made it.
I don't have a spaceship.
I don't either, Sarah.
I got
I'll be
some
back in.
spaceships.
I'll be back in 12 hours. I gotta open
Here's
Sarah's spaceship.
my spaceship
Thank you. I will take a spaceship.
from the planet Fidget Cube. Oh wait, this would have been a better choice. Dang it. Here's
I
my
have a really good spaceship, but it has a swear on it.
Oh, can you not share the swear?
We're trying not to swear on this show.
Oh, kid friendly.
It's
Okay,
been
I'm
difficult.
trying not to swear.
Not kid friendly, just
Yeah.
sponsor friendly.
That was a silly
well-
thing to say in front of Carrie.
and YouTube doesn't like it too much.
Oh, okay.
They don't mind a little.
Yeah.
They just they mind what we do.
We're swearing
some
now.
reason.
We're the only ones.
Hell damn fart.
That's always my go-to,
Yeah.
Tony.
Me too.
I gotta take this thing off. I don't know how you guys do that.
Try.
Well,
just don't wash your hair for a couple days and then be
you
really
see-
subconscious about it.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Lee has
Rebecca.
Lee has a problem with that.
And see, I have these headphones that go behind the back of my head instead of on top of my head. See,
I just can't handle hats.
I love a good hat, but not while I
Snowflake.
record it. It irritates with the band on top of me.
Earbuds.
Yeah.
There's
all
nothing
right.
in the rule that says a pair of headphones can't play basketball.
Are we ready? Should we begin?
Hang on
Should we?
one second. Let me get.
I'm going to be keeping an eye on Marvel updates, so if
Okay.
I just interrupt with big Marvel news,
You gotta
You
go.
gotta have to deal
Breaking
with it.
news.
I'll give you a jingle.
Okay, I think we're good.
All right, start. Here we go.
geekshowpodcast.com.
Wow, there it is.
It's about all the. It's about all the. About all the dancing my old bones can handle now.
It's all the dancing his old bones can handle. He's Lee George Cade, everybody.
Cheers to you. It's Grimly. Grimly's on the things.
On
Check
all
'em
the
out.
things. And the chat room is excited that Hat Rebecca is back.
It's the premiere of Autumn Hat Rebecca.
Oh.
I approve.
Happy Autumn Hat Day, everybody.
And you brought out the flannel.
And I brought
Oh.
out the flannel. I went for a whole theme today because it's 80 degrees and chilly outside.
Oh boy.
Yeah, right. Got all my hoodies.
That was strange. Yeah.
I'm at You Gross Rebecca everywhere, I suppose.
Yes, on all the things.
On all the things.
Quad T, Too Tall Tony.
Hi.
How you doing? Good to see you, sir.
Pretty good, thanks. Good to be seen. Not wearing a hat today, though. Just wasn't feeling it. Check me out on Twitter at Quad T Tony or on the Gadget Spot podcast, wherever fine podcasts are given out freely.
They're just throwing them out.
Can't give them away.
You want
standing
a podcast?
on a street corner.
You want a podcast? Have a podcast.
People are walking past you briskly, going, "No, thank you."
Yeah, that's usually how it works.
Yeah. He's the most hated man on Main Street. He's Shannon Barnes and everybody.
Man,
Yay!
I was regulating last night. Regulating.
That's a shirt you need. The most hated man on Main Street. You need that.
No, actually, I want to get one made because I've been trying to make this a thing there at Keys on Main. I go, yeah. You know what they say about Keys on Main? And they go, what? No. I go, party starts at the door, man. And they go, nobody says that. And then and then I was like, you know what they say about Keys on Main? They go, party starts at the door. I go, they also say it ends at the door.
If you had merch that said "Party starts at the door," maybe people would buy into it.
Yeah, and speaking of Keys on Main, Patty and Brian from the Big Shiny Geek Show Pub Quiz stopped by last night to check out the lay of the land for the newly relaunched, upcoming Big Shiny Geek Show Pub Quiz, October 5th. If you haven't done so yet, please go to our find our Facebook page, Big Shiny Geek Show Pub Quiz. Subscribe, and lots of cool info coming. We're now that they've seen the layout, they're super stoked. I think it's gonna be so friggin' cool. See, I did it.
Way to go! Great job.
Good job.
Great job, Shannon. Proud of you. bud.
Friggin' is what I said.
Riggin.
You could say frackin' maybe. Jay Whitaker is on assignment this week, so sitting in. God damn it, Sarah.
Yay!
Thank you for having
Sarah,
me back.
who I'm supposed to be hanging out with this weekend.
We should be on our way to Excalibur Comics right now, but we are not.
What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
You know how the flight industry right now is crazy?
Great. It's great.
It's just super duper. So
It's who thought it could get worse, right?
I know, and then sitting here they are ruining my hangout time with Sarah.
So the real story is Rebecca killed the Queen of England and the band Interpol took all of her ID.
Yeah, and for some reason I was asked to stay in the state. What actually happened was my first flight was because I had a connection in Oakland, and my first flight was delayed so long that I was going to miss my connection. And the next available flight that would have worked was the next morning. And I thought, you know what? I'm not doing this.
She said, Sarah's not important for me to come back to the Salt Lake City airport.
I'm sorry. But I get it. I wouldn't do it for you either. And that's why I felt okay, because I'm like, Sarah wouldn't do this for me either.
Certainly not.
It's okay.
It's good to have clear expectations about your
We have
friendships,
boundaries.
You know?
Sarah and I are, one, brutally honest with each other, and two, sorry, Sarah, I think we're both pretty lazy. So we're.
I would never say that, but you did. So
Yeah.
If I include myself in the insult, it's not as bad.
I mean, I don't want to have to deal with the Salt Lake airport more than I have to. I'm going to complain about it every time.
Yeah.
I don't care if you think it's okay.
God damn it, Sarah on Twitter and Sarah Marvelous on Instagram.
Oh, yeah,
Thank
this
you.
is Sarah's intro.
This is her intro. Yeah.
I hijacked it and called her lazy.
Yeah, you sure did.
Wow.
You're not wrong.
All these flight stories make me so happy I'm broke.
I literally...
And I don't have vacation time anymore.
I've been mentally preparing myself for this all summer because I've just been watching how insane everything is. And all summer I'm like, oh, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. I was prepared to spend the night in the Oakland airport.
Wow.
I've done it.
I've done that.
Don't.
I've also done that. It was very
Yeah,
bad.
no, I wasn't going to.
I've spent the night in 3 airports: Oakland, Las Vegas, and Bob Hope.
That's a terrible
Yeah,
one to be
I
in.
wasn't going to.
Hey, Rebecca, watch this. Watch this. Oh, I didn't
Oh,
do
no,
it
that's
right.
Tony.
Our host, Kerry Jackson.
Hey, Mr. Kerry
Yay,
Jackson.
Kerry Jackson!
I can't point.
I know. Well, Monday through Friday, 6 to 10, x96.com. Now, as we are doing this show, D23 is happening, and today is the Star Wars and Marvel announcement days. So we're going to not have your updated news stories, but we'll as we go, we'll make announcements. And Trevor in the chat room has been helping us. Bad Batch Season 2, January 4th. Tales of the Jedi, October 26th.
What's that?
I can't remember. What is that?
Dark Horse Comics had a Tales of the Jedi comic series. It was like an
Maybe
anthology.
Like an anthology? Oh, is it
that could
animated?
be fun.
Is it real
Is
life?
it a show?
I don't know.
It's an animated show.
Animated show.
That's the way to do it.
Okay. But the big news. The big news, really, right here.
What
Here
is
we
it this
go.
time?
Here we go.
This is
It's a
the
piece
Twitter.
of paper.
Geek Twitter is all over this, and they're very, very excited about the reboot of the Teletubbies. It's happening right now.
What now?
Edgy. Make them edgy.
Okay, well,
Dark
hopefully
gritty.
they kept this. I hope they kept the same person that was the babyface son, and they're old now.
Oh boy, that would be great.
I hope.
Have you seen interviews with that baby, where that baby is now?
That
No.
lady? Yeah.
I hope they bring
fine.
back the baby, the thing that crawled out of the chest of my old friend, the son.
Yeah, they're rebooting the Teletubbies on Netflix. I don't think they'll look like that though, but
Wish they would.
because I
Hear
love
the-
that.
Did you hear the new theme song from Christian Death?
I don't even
It,
remember the Teletubbies theme.
it will be. Did it have a theme? See,
Yeah,
here's
it went like
that
this.
has
It
that
went like
song.
this. It went like this. Dark! Rise!
I don't think that's right.
No. November 14th is when it's going to premiere. It's going to be narrated by Titus Burgess from The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Wait, did you
Nice.
say directed?
No, narrated.
Narrated.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm just picturing Kimmy Schmidt quotes over Teletubbies.
For those who don't remember, the Teletubbies were they started on the BBC in 1997 and aired on PBS here in the United States later. And you remember in 1999, Jerry Falwell, that right-wing televangelist asshat, accused the show of pushing LGBTQ propaganda on children because Tinky Winky carries a purse and is purple.
Okay.
Winky Winky. La,
Also the-
la. Yeah, okay. It's
Also
all
the-
back to me now.
His antenna was also shaped like a triangle, which is the gay pride symbol. So naturally, that's what that was.
It turns out, really, he was just a Pink Floyd fan.
And
Yeah,
they did
that's all.
And they did have the word tank. In his
That's
name.
true.
I'm just saying.
But the head of the show's production company, Ken Wieselman at the time, said Tinky Winky is not gay. He's not straight. He's just a character in a children's series.
Yeah.
I think that if we should just
so
let,
he's non-binary.
yeah, we should just let the Teletubbies go and play in Tubbyland and try not to define them.
Let them play!
Are they gonna bring back
they got a
the
TV
time
in their belly?
time for Tubby Pudding? Wait, what's it called? Time for Tubby Pudding, right?
Tubby pudding, yeah.
Tubby pudding.
I just remember I used to like to get altered and watch it. It was
That show
Get
Added.
altered. That's a fun way of calling it that.
the red
Tinky
one was
Winky.
my favorite. Was it Lala? Lala was the red one.
Dipsy, Tinky Winky, Dipsy, La La, Pose.
Rebecca's just going to talk like this for the rest of the show.
Yeah.
See, I told you, people
Time
are
for Geekshow
excited.
podcast. Time
guess-
for Geekshow podcast.
I guess it was Tubby Custard, we've been told in
Time
chat.
for Tubby Custard. Time for Tubby Custard.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's amazing when we bring people on who were children when the show was on. We learn about the show.
Well,
I was obsessed with that Tubby Custard. I wanted some.
I watched the show, but I just don't remember it.
Same.
right.
Me as well.
There's no meaningful lessons to take away from it.
Well, sure it is. Let the Teletubbies play and be afraid of the vacuum cleaner. I think that was
Be
one.
afraid of
Oh, yeah.
like their pets.
All right. Now, as we said, we're going to be getting some Star Wars news here soon. We did get a new... oh, by the way, if you go to Disney Plus, because they did Disney Plus Day this past week, you can watch a 10-minute getting you ready and hyped up for the Cassian Andor series.
I
And
watched it.
Did you watch all?
I
that
watched it.
thing looks awesome. That That
Yeah.
is really cool looking.
I just know that if that garage with all the falling engine blocks was a video game level, I would not clear it.
No way. So go and watch that. It'll get you excited.
I think
for
they
it.
released too much stuff.
You think?
I felt intimidated when I opened up Disney Plus.
Intimidated.
Yeah.
Well,
Also, on
faded.
Disney
Too much
Plus,
stuff!
on Disney
faded.
Plus, you can see an item of clothing that I want more than anything on the Star Wars Summer Special. Darth Vader's Scarif tank top is just about the greatest thing ever.
all from the Lego show? Yeah.
Yeah.
So are the Teletubbies going to be on Andor? Is that why we're still looking at
No,
them?
no,
Or-
sorry. We're getting Star Wars news. We did get released earlier that for the Ahsoka Tano TV series, the live-action one, we have cast Ezra Bridger. Yes, Ezra will be there, and he has been cast. Ezra, of course, from the cartoon, the Rebels cartoon, right, Lee?
Yes,
It looks like
but
Ezra.
the nice part here is in the second episode of Ahsoka, they're going to find him just hanging out in like a shaft in the ship. 'Cause it was always climbing around in heater vents and stuff.
The actor's name is Iman Esfandi. He will be playing Ezra Bridger. He has been in the Robert Rodriguez horror film Red 11, which screened at Cannes. Small role in Best Picture nominee King Richard. He appears in the upcoming gay military drama The Inspection, which is getting some good reviews at Toronto this week. Ezra from Rebels, voiced by actor Tyler Gray. Character grew from an orphan with a knack for the Force into a rebel who trained in the ways of the Jedi. Now, at the end of that series, am I right, Lee, that Ezra and Grand Admiral Thrawn disappeared?
Yeah, because
Yes.
Ezra summoned a bunch of hyperspace space whales that attached themselves to Thrawn's ship and leaped them out into the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
But the big question, Chopper?
They have a live-action Chopper. I've seen it.
Chopper was yeah, he survived the series. He's out with Hera, so we need Dave Filoni saying swearing into the encoder.
Yeah.
Nice cover.
More casting. Star Wars: The Acolyte, which I'm not sure is live-action or animated.
I hear it's live action during the High Republic era.
Okay, because we got some more casting there. We got let's see, Amandla Stenberg is the lead, but this is Jodie Turner-Smith. She is joining in an undisclosed role for the Acolyte.
People are going to get mad.
Did you say Amandla?
Amandla is what it says here.
Okay.
She is not a household name, but she has been, let's see, in this year's underrated sci-fi film After Yang, and co-starred with Daniel Kaluuya in Queen and
Coulier.
Slim. That's where I've seen her. Coulier. In Queen and Slim from 2019. That's where I've seen her before.
She's striking.
Yeah,
My
she
goodness.
is, and a great actress. You should see this movie, Queen and Slim. It's quite good. She was also
She was Rue in The Hunger Games.
No kidding.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that right?
Yeah.
wow.
She was also in Murder Mystery 2 with Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston, and will be in the upcoming White Noise with Adam Driver.
Someone in
Yeah,
chat
well-
says Amandla is non-binary and uses they pronouns.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Jude Law is joining Skeleton Crew.
That's been known.
That's
Yes.
been known? Okay. Just making sure.
I am so sick
Who
of,
can keep track of this?
Exactly.
I am so sick of woke culture. Did you see that they are making the Queen a man over in England?
J.K. Rowling must be pissed.
Queen Charles III.
Yeah. Man,
Another
it's
man
out of
taking a
control.
woman's job.
It's out of control.
Also starring in the Acolyte series, this is live action, it's going to start shooting soon, you might recognize this fellow, Lee Jung-jae, who was in
Yes.
Squid Game. He will be in the Acolyte as well. So,
Nice.
This
looking
man
forward to
is.
What kind of space Squid Games do you think exists?
Oh boy, some
I
bad
hope
ones.
I hope that's season 2 of Squid Games. Squid Games in space.
yeah, it just says all we know about the series is it takes place in the final days of the High Republic. That's all we know about Acolyte.
When
Yeah,
will we?
This man is 49 years old, and I love that his career is just exploding.
Good for him.
Yeah,
that means
he's
there's
great.
still time.
It means
There's
that
still time for me to make success.
there's still time for some of you. 3 of us are just washed up losers that'll never make it.
What is it? Harrison Ford didn't get work till he was like 30 or something?
33, which is
he
my
got-
age
That's
now.
me.
Okay.
Yep.
Now we need to rephrase that. He had a very lucrative marijuana distribution empire going prior
and
to acting.
carpentry.
Yeah,
Well, how old was he in American Graffiti?
like 33,
Because he looked really young. I mean,
74.
Got one
Or
of
as,
those faces.
as Rebecca and I learned watching the 1985 Fright Night, if you were between the age of 27 and 40, you could play a teenager in 1985. So
Big deal.
Yeah, that
That's
sounds
true.
right.
That's true. We got some DC stuff, but tell you what, let's take a break and then we'll come. Yeah, I got some DC stuff for you and some Star Trek. So let's we'll get to that after these messages.
Messages.
We'll be right back.
Dun, 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 dun.
Shannon, can I have you tilt your microphone up a little bit? It's angled down at your belly button. There we go.
What that tummy say?
Thank you, sir.
It said, grumble.
It said it wanted tubby custard.
Time for Tubby.
Time for Tubby Costa.
for Joby Custard.
All right, are we ready?
Yes.
Always.
Okay. And we're back. Okay, let's see. Yeah, all the stuff is happening. The Star Wars stuff is happening at D23 right now, and we'll try to keep you posted as it goes along. But
I think we're gonna just have to do it next week.
probably,
I'm sure we'll do recap stuff next week.
We'll
for
focus
sure.
on it next week, but we'll
Well,
give you...
I just have to say I was excited about the Haunted Mansion casting until I saw Jared Leto's name in there.
maybe
What?
he's
They're
the
still
Oh,
giving him
man.
work?
He's the spooky. He's
God
a spooky
damn it.
ghost.
maybe
He's
he's
a
the
spooky everything.
Is he a vampire? I hope he's a vampire.
maybe he's the Hatbox Ghost. He looks just like him.
I saw
A joke
that,
for some.
He's Morbius.
I saw
wanna
He
know
that.
is
about
just
Morbius.
Morbius.
Come on. Keep making
How about-
a living vampire.
I saw
How about
that,
this?
I saw that
Right.
Morbius is on Netflix now,
Yeah.
and I'm still like,
Oh, is
nope.
it?
I'm still like, nope.
Certainly not.
Now, Ryan in the chat room says that Dan Levy and Winona Ryder are also in the Haunted
That's
Mansion.
fine.
I like
And
them.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
There
like
is
her.
a silver lining to all
Rosario
of this, though.
Dawson Carey.
There is a silver lining to this, though. If Jared Leto did play the Hatbox Ghost, he is so method. This might be the end of him.
Just live
He
in a
dies
box.
and try to become an actual ghost.
God,
That would be
that'd
great.
No, he's
Nobody
like
stop him.
fantastic.
Nobody help him.
Somebody encourage
help
him. Somebody needs to encourage him.
in his desire to complete that character and have his head in a box.
Yep.
Yep.
There it is. All right, DC stuff. We got to look at another look at the new Black Adam trailer.
Yes.
Oh,
If
see,
I have to
haven't-
see
You're not-
another Black Adam
Are you
trailer-
kidding me? I love it.
I didn't watch it because I'm in the spoiler-free trailer era for this movie for me. I'm
Well,
already going to see it.
This
I love
one,
it for you, Tony.
I like the way that IO9 wrote this headline, and they're absolutely right. The new Black Adam trailer looks a lot like a Justice Society trailer.
That's awesome.
Because
I love
that's what it was. We got quality time with all the other characters, not just Black Adam. We got a lot of Dr. Fate in there, Pierce Brosnan.
One of my favorite characters. Oh,
Give
God, I love
me
him.
more Hawkman.
We did get a lot of Hawkman. We got Aldous Hodge as Hawkman, a lot of Cyclone, Quintessa Swindell, and we got a lot of Atom Smasher.
Yeah.
Noah Centino.
Smasher.
They
When's
were
this
all.
coming out? Is it soon?
It's
No.
October 20th.
yeah, next
Not
Oh, I
month.
soon
guess that
enough.
is soon.
That's
Huh.
not bad.
It's before every goddamn movie I see, and I see a lot of movies, you guys. It's the new Stuber.
But but if you're a DC fan, Tony, I think you ought to break down and watch
You
this.
think I should watch it? Okay. All right.
You know?
I'll give it a look.
Because I
looks
don't know if
very
you know. I don't
good.
know if you know this, but The Rock in this, he's mean.
Well, yep.
I think you should do it too, but you should do it on camera because the last time we did a Black Adam trailer, we got really good views on it.
Well,
Do it.
Oh,
Maybe
out
we
here
should.
trying to make everything content again.
my only complaint with this trailer
Uh-oh.
was cliched dialogue. He actually said, "These powers are not a blessing; they are a curse." And I went, "Oh,
I didn't
But
like
what
the part.
if they are, Carrie?
I didn't like the part where he was like, "Hey, Adam Smasher, you can suck a monkey's nipple. Do you smell what the Black Adam's cooking?"
That did happen.
Anyway, so there
He
was
says that.
That was a
So-
WWF joke, guys.
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So that was
The
It
thing
was
about the
something,
nipple
Rebecca.
too.
He used to say that. He'd be doing promos when he was wrestling, and he'd be like, "You over there, you stupid Rudy Poo candy ass, you
Yeah,
can suck
Rudy
a monkey's
Poo."
nipple."
You fucking jabroni. Oh,
You
F-bomb.
jabroni.
Oops.
Oh,
Well, that's
well-
like 1,000 less
then-
than we usually have at this point.
My favorite was he would ask a question, and before they could answer, he'd say,
It doesn't matter what you think. Yeah.
It was amazing.
well, that's some good news for you DC fans this week.
That's it, though.
That's pretty much it because the guy that they hired to be the Kevin Feige over the DC,
yeah.
Oh,
out.
what happened? What's with his mouth?
No.
He's sad.
he's sad.
that smile and flipped it upside
That is
down.
nightmare fuel.
That is. Dan Lin said he is not accepting the keys to the DC kingdom.
Yeah, why
It's
would
because-
he?
You know why? It's
Why would
because he-
anybody?
Yeah, he heard what I said when he was in talks. I said, they won't let you stay on long enough for you to do anything. They'll just can you like they did everyone else.
But
That's what
also,
happened.
like, imagine the responsibility, because, like, we're
trying to
Marvel.
bring that back?
Marvel,
Yeah.
Kevin Feige built everything up over time. This guy, they are handing him a million broken things
Yep.
and
Yeah.
just expecting him to
I've-
fix it.
I
Yeah.
would not want that. Well, who should do
No.
it then? Who should they get?
I don't
Kevin
know.
They
Feige.
shouldn't. Maybe they should just stop.
You know what? I think, like, I'm just imagining Warner Brothers are like Packlands now.
So
What if-
Make it go.
I have
Can
a
you
solution.
fix? Can you make us go?
What if they did the Verizon guy switch with Sprint and they pulled Kevin Feige over to DC for like billions of dollars?
I have a better idea for Warner Brothers, and that is just sell your DC division to Marvel, and then let Kevin Feige do them all.
I
Just
have an even
monopolize
better-
everything.
Yeah.
I have an even better solution. Let me do it. If I'm this
right.
good at Photoshop, imagine what I can do for you, DC.
Let Lee do it.
Lee, can I be your vice president in charge of stuff?
Well, yeah, I need somebody who cares about this.
Yes.
I will do PR.
I'm just going to be like, okay, we need more
Yeah.
emoting. Flip his smile over.
Sarah on PR, we're going to be like the best executive.
Oh, you guys
team
going to help me
ever.
run
That's
DC?
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
to do something.
Oh my gosh. Okay, just think, manage what we've done in 14 years with Geek Show, and then apply that.
We're at 48 viewers.
Hey,
49.
I'm sorry.
Sarah.
49,
that's-
excuse
We've
me.
kept it. We've kept it together way better than like DC
just saying.
movie franchise.
No, certainly,
Yeah.
certainly.
Womp
If we
womp.
have 49 people watching right now, that's 7 more than the last episode of The Flash. So
Can I be in charge of the Ezra Miller division?
Oh, please, somebody needs to. Anyway, it's yeah. So that happened. Also, DC Fandom is not happening.
oh,
So
Why?
smart. Well, because it costs money.
Well,
Yeah.
that
But they were
and
doing it online.
that and but what do we have?
I know. What are they going to show?
Yeah, what are we going
They
to
got
show you?
rid of
Remember-
everything.
Warner Brothers is what releasing 2 whole movies this year.
Yeah. So what do we show you? We got nothing.
They got Black Adam. You want to see some more Black Adam?
See it again?
Throw up a list of everything that's been canceled in the last
Yeah.
2 months. That's
Yeah, we can, yeah. What are we going to talk about? Batgirl? I mean, come on. I want to see Batgirl now more than ever. Anyway,
Yeah.
gonna be more Peacemaker. He's coming.
yeah. Oh, but we did get some other news. Now this is Tony and Shannon. This is because you guys are watching the Superman and Lois, right?
Yeah.
And I told you how the guy who was playing Jonathan just left the show.
Now I
Well,
saw him like make a statement on YouTube, and he's
What did he
claiming it's
say?
like mental health and physical health issues.
Well,
Well,
physical
if that's
health
the case, I hope he
means he doesn't want to get the shot.
Right.
That's
He's scared. He's scared of needles.
scared of needles. Well, they have recast him. Australian actor Michael Bishop from Disney
See,
Channel's Spin.
He looks like a Clark Kent.
Now this is interesting because he looks enough like the other guy that they look like brothers at this point. When
yes.
before the kid that's leaving, they don't look anything alike.
No, they don't.
So this this might be a good thing overall.
he looks like he just saw a lactose intolerant ghost.
But he also like he looks enough like the original actor though too. That it's
No
like
one will know.
it's like
He
like
looks-
yeah. It's almost like the 2 brothers from that show had a baby, and that's him.
He looks like
I can see
a
that,
missing
yeah.
Timothy Chalamet twin.
Ooh, yeah.
Timothy Chalamet's stunt double.
He's a missing
Jimothy.
Chalamet.
Jimothy. Rebecca.
With 2 E's.
That's awesome.
With an accent.
I love it.
I'm amazed that you guys already know his name.
Jimothy Chalamet?
Yeah.
All right. Some Star Trek stuff. They did Star Trek Day this week, and we got a longer look at season 3 of Picard, which looked
I'm so excited.
very interesting. There's a lot going on. It's got, of course, Dr. Crusher returning, Riker, Troy, Geordi, Worf.
Look at Worf.
And there seems to
Looks
be some
awesome.
sort of attack on a Federation headquarters. It blows up. It was amazing.
Why do I see LeVar Burton's eyes?
Because
New
he got him
technology.
fixed.
Yeah.
You got him fixed?
Yeah, the technology advanced.
Oh.
Like in one of the last movies, he doesn't have to wear the
Yeah.
banana.
I think it was
the banana
in,
clip
The
anymore.
banana.
Wasn't it in First
Nemesis.
Contact?
You ever take your mom's headband and put it over your eyeballs?
Star Trek sure did.
We also got a look at 7 of 9, who is in command of the Starfleet vessel, the Titan, and it was a pretty ship.
That's Riker's ship.
That was a pretty ship, I'll tell you. So there's
Look
that.
at
That's February
Riker,
16th.
and Riker got a haircut and a shave.
Riker looks like he lost some weight between the first season and this picture. He's looking more fit. He was puffy like me in the first season. Now he's
Well,
like
it was
24-year-old Tony.
It was all that backyard cooking that he and Troy
yeah.
were doing.
All
Yeah.
that pizza.
All that pizza in the pizza oven.
We got to
let's-
stop using the pizza oven so much.
Carbs is carbs, no matter what planet you're on.
Yep.
Carbs.
We also got to look at a few moments of season 2 of Strange New Worlds for the Star Trek, but they also announced an added cast member. Carol Kane is joining.
I have loved her
Why
my
does she
whole
look so
life.
familiar?
Kimmy Schmidt.
Liar!
She's the landlord in
Liar!
Kimmy Schmidt.
Because she's been in
Oh,
everything,
yes.
Tony.
She's also
Yes.
in Princess Bride.
Princess Bride.
Yep.
That's where I recognize
yeah,
her.
she's
Have
Billy
fun
Crystal.
storming the castle.
I'm not a witch, I'm your wife.
She's awesome.
But
I've
she's
had a crush on her since I was 5 years old.
Like, me too. That's what I was just saying.
two of my favorite roles that she's ever done was, of course, in damn it, Scrooged. She's the ghost of Christmas. I think Present. Yeah, and
no,
she's
she beats the shit out of Bill
beats
Murray.
the shit out of Bill Murray. And the first time Taxi, of course, she was great, but she's also in the Muppet movie in a running gag where Kermit will be in conversation with somebody and they'll say, "That's not true, that's not true, that's a myth." "A what?" "A myth, myth." And then Carol Kane will stick her head out and go, "Yes?"
Yes?
And she
Yeah.
does it like 2 or 3 times in the movie. It's just hilarious. Anyway, but she's joining. She's joining the. She was on the Broadway in Wicked as well. It looks like
And she was the
Chief.
Penguin's mom on Gotham.
Penguin's
Yep.
mom on Gotham. Yes.
Mandalorian season 3 teaser has dropped.
Oh,
baby.
boy.
So she's going to be the chief engineer of the Enterprise, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, that's cool.
Is that
so-
who she's going to be?
Yep. I also love Carrie. This is really good news, but we have a new convert to Star Trek.
Who?
It's
Rebecca.
me.
Rebecca has joined the Star Trek family.
I'm gonna
Welcome.
save it for when we talk
gonna
about
save it,
stuff.
but
But
I
I started.
couldn't-
Okay.
I started watching Strange New Worlds last night, and
I'm
wowzers!
I'm excited to talk.
Yeah.
Let me get the news
Excellent.
done so we can talk about this. Also announced on Star Trek Day, this is a podcast. Of course, Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan came out in 1982.
Oh, changed my life.
40 years ago.
40 years ago, and Nicholas Meyer is returning to Star Trek to tell the story of Khan and his followers on Ceti Alpha.
Ceti Alpha 5?
Yeah, the planet that they were stranded on.
Oh, no, said Chekhov.
So this will be a
They put
podcast.
things in our bodies.
Creatures in our bodies.
Creatures.
The story will examine what happened in the years after Kirk left Khan on the untamed world of Ceti Alpha 5. Excuse me.
No.
This is Ceti Alpha 5. Khan is a genetically enhanced superhuman, of course. I don't. Maybe we should read this because Rebecca might not know.
I don't know.
Are they
Here's
going to
the thing.
address his plastic chest?
Here's what I told Lee
That
last
was
night.
Wasn't
real.
plastic.
That was real.
As
Here's all I
latex.
know about Star Trek is
Okay.
Oh, Lee, what did I tell you all I know about Star Trek is?
You said that you always felt like it was super serious.
I always felt like it was super serious. I know the Enterprise is a ship,
And, and Spock.
and Spock is there. That's all I know. Like that's literally
Well, I
all
mean-
the Star Trek knowledge I have.
Okay.
That's pretty much the core of the
The original.
the ethos
Well,
there.
any questions, please just call us up and we'll walk you through it.
That was Twitter last night, pretty much.
No,
For
Twitter
several
last night
hours.
was my Twitter turned into an Anson Mount fan account because
It did.
I
And
just
it's
love
very
the way
good.
I love the way he just sits in chairs with his arm
Yeah.
up
Look at
It's
And
it.
his legs
it's
crossed.
and his legs crossed.
And
you
that
know-
amazing hair.
Oh
Right?
my God, I'm
hair
so
is
in love
so
with his
good.
hair.
Right,
I'd
like you
marry
first
his
see him and
hair.
he's got build and long hair, and then he's riding a horse, and I was like, I sent you guys a video. I was like, wowzers, and I was like, I hope he keeps the look. But then he gets on the ship and he cuts it up, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. You can do whatever you want, Mister. I'll allow it.
He didn't let it go. He found out some terrible things about himself.
Yeah.
So that'll be a podcast, and
Wait,
also
what channel and what time can we watch this podcast?
What channel?
we don't know yet. They're just putting it together right now. As you know, thou shalt have no other podcast before me. But the one that I enjoy is Star Trek: The Pod Directive. It has been renewed finally for a third season with Tawny Newsome from Lower Decks and Paul F. Tompkins. It's
Awesome.
very good, very good podcast.
That was the thing that really I was already on the fence about, not on the fence. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get into Star Trek at some point, but then because all the Star Trek stuff happened the other day, and Paul F. Tompkins was there, and Tony Newsome and Reggie Watts, I'm obsessed with Comedy Bang Bang. So I was like, well, dang, okay,
Oh, and they're all huge Star Trek nerds.
yeah. So like, okay, I guess for these people, because one of my big bucket list items is to make Paul F. Tompkins do a hearty laugh, and so I guess this is my way in.
Well, now there's a reason you should be watching Lower Decks is because Paul F. Tompkins does voices on it.
I know, and Tawny Newsome too,
And
Jack
Tawny
Quaid.
Newsome. And here's another cool thing about Tawny Newsome is that she is in a Talking Heads cover band.
Dope. That's awesome.
I know, right?
You know,
She
it's-
also, R.I.P., played the Queen of England in an Auntie Donna sketch on Netflix.
Really?
Just tying it all together.
Oh,
Bringing it
okay.
around.
I found out that one of the guys I work with at Keys is he's younger African American gentleman that just loves the Star Trek. It was so refreshing. I'm like, have you watched this? He goes, no. Have you watched this? No. And I go, I just gave him my information for Paramount Plus.
You
I'm
call
like, oh. I'm like, I can't wait to talk to you about this at the door, buddy.
You just log in here and you use whatever you need.
yeah.
Maybe this is a special feature where it's Rebecca's questions about Star Trek. I'd love to do that. Anyway, finally this, before we take a break and find out what you guys have been watching. I'm excited about this. I don't know anything about the game other than the plot. Marvel has announced another game. It is, they don't even have the name of the game yet, but here's the plot of it. This was revealed on Friday at D23. It has Captain America and Black Panther working together, going on a globe-trotting adventure to fight Hydra.
Yes.
Which are, of course, the Nazis. Now, this takes place a very long time ago. This is young Cap, and it's not even T'Challa. It's his grandfather, Azuri,
Yeah.
Nice.
playing Black
Oh,
Panther.
man, I wish I played games.
And,
You can.
No, I
It's
don't
not
wanna.
too late.
I don't want to.
Okay.
well,
Buttons. A
If-
lot of buttons.
if you don't want to play the game, but if you want to read about it in the comic, the setup here is a 2010 miniseries called Black Panther, Captain America, Flags of Our Fathers by Reginald Hedlund, Klaus Johnson. So that's what
those
this is.
are both great creators too.
So that and this is basically loosely
Loosely based.
based on that.
is.
And also joining them is Cap's Howling Commandos unit,
Dum Dum.
Gabe Jones, who was the Howling Commando that was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Gabe Jones was also the leader of the Wakandan spy network and presumably precursor to the Dora Milaje is also going to be there in the game. It sounds great. Anytime you can punch a Nazi in a game, I'm all for it. So.
And the director, Amy Hennig, who is the creative director and writer for the Uncharted series. of
cool.
PlayStation games. So
Oh.
before she left Naughty Dog. So yeah, it's got some really good talent behind it too.
Well, this
Dum
is
Dum
exciting.
do again?
Well, the Howling Commandos are going to be there, so maybe Dum Dum will be there too.
Dum Dum do again.
World War II action, it says. So there you go. I'm excited.
That's the
for
hottest
that.
action.
It looks great.
It's the hottest action. All right, we got to find out what you guys have been consuming this week after these messages.
Messages.
We'll be right back.
You know, frankly,
Indiana-
if we were to
Indiana Jones teaser.
God, really? Don't
Yes,
sully this podcast with that.
That's why I waited till the break.
Indiana Jones and the Hips of Glass.
Oh man.
if we were to ever do a show where we talked about Rebecca's experience with Star Trek, I think we'd have to call it First Contact, because that's literally what you're doing.
Oh shit, that's very good.
Hey, that's fun. I'm down.
All right, so let me pencil you in for yet another Rebecca podcast,
Another.
which will be followed shortly by yet another Rebecca podcast. That's the name of the show.
She's
That's so
podcast
funny.
princess.
Literally, Sarah and I are messaging right now. We're like, do we talk about our upcoming podcast? I think we should wait.
Then we'll
Harrison Ford is on
Oh.
stage.
Well, the big news. Trevor in the chat room has just dropped the biggest news, and that is the fact that the true star of the Star Wars universe, Babu Frick, will be in Mandalorian season 3.
Oh,
I'm
good.
just, I am just glad that Moaning Myrtle continues to get work.
Is that really her?
Yeah.
Nice.
Incredible.
She not only did there's a behind the scenes on episode 9 that's so much better than episode 9, and they show
Sick
her actually operating and working with the puppet live while they were doing the show.
Oh, I love that.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yes?
I can't
Yeah,
believe
yes.
that I can't believe that a thing I can't talk about happened during the week that involved a certain media consulting group that we're working with buying every D&D book
We'll
that
talk
exists for us to use.
later. We'll talk later. All right, we ready?
Oh, this. Okay. No.
Yeah.
Here we go. And we're back. All right. What are you guys consuming this week? Shall we start with... Now, let's savor it.
Savor
just
the
so
He
Rebecca.
happy.
wants to drink it in.
I'm so happy.
I can go. I'll gladly
ahead,
go
Lee.
first.
Go ahead.
Okay. She-Hulk. She-Hulk actually started with one of my favorite lines. Everybody, I'm going to paraphrase it. Everybody loves Wong. It's like something
He's-
something Twitter.
Twitter armor.
Twitter armor.
Twitter armor
Twitter
for
armor.
week.
He's Twitter armor
Wongers.
for the week.
So the
Wongers.
fact that they recorded that months ago, knowing full well that there was going to be a giant Twitter-shaped bullseye on that show, fantastic. I watched a show I know Carrie hated called God's Favorite Idiot with Melissa McCarthy, and I
I
actually
didn't hate it, no.
Oh, you didn't hate it? I
No.
kind of enjoyed it. It was interesting.
Was this a show or a movie?
It was a TV show on
Netflix. I
It's
think.
and it's her and her husband, right?
It's her and her husband.
I
Her
love
husband.
them. Yeah.
Her husband has this. He's a different. They work together in this company, and like every time something weird happens to him, he starts to glow, and a Harry Styles song plays that everybody can hear.
What?
And it's because he's been chosen by God to help people remember love.
Does this have funny stuff?
Oh,
It
yeah,
sounds like
okay.
it had funny stuff.
I thought it was really funny. It's very endearing. It's very
Check this
sweet.
out.
It's very sweet natured.
Because
So I had a good
one
time
of
with
my personality traits is always pointing out when Melissa McCarthy and Ben Falcone are in the same scene that they're married.
that. Yeah, no, it's really fun. I thought it was really
personality
sweet.
trait.
I'm that Leonardo DiCaprio meme. I'm like, hey, they're married every time. I watched Thor: Love and Thunder again last night. He's there. He shows up as he's credited, I think, as like the stage director for the play, and
Yeah.
so I had to be like, hey, he's there.
that-
and guess what? They're married.
Married.
That was also on my list, as was the making of Thor: Love and Thunder, which is also on D Plus and amazing. Another Disney Plus documentary is A Jedi's Return. It's the behind-the-scenes making of the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, and it is mind-boggling because there are several times they show them changing scenes in the volume. You want to watch your jaw drop in real time. It's
Oh, yeah.
watching O'Shea Jackson looking around, and then the set changes, and his jaw just goes. And there's nothing fakey about it. You're not just sitting there going fake. You're like, holodeck. It's a holodeck. It's a real live holodeck.
What I enjoyed about that was how all of these people are such Star Trek nerds, and they are thrilled to be there.
They're
Or
so
Star
happy
Wars
to be
nerds,
there.
excuse me,
Yeah.
Star Wars nerds.
Carrie's
Yes.
like so excited to talk
And-
about Star Trek.
The bits with Ewan McGregor talking about seeing Darth Vader in real life and like freaking out because his childhood lizard brain kicked in and said, "Run away! It's scary." Season finale of What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh my
Oh
god.
God damn it!
Oh, I haven't watched
that
it
yet.
yet.
Let's just say perfect
Quite
comedy.
good. Quite
perfect
good.
comedy done perfectly, and Rings of Power. I love it so much. It makes me
Really?
happy. Yeah.
I've seen none of it because I heard some bad things. So I was like,
it's-
not for me. Okay.
That's the wrong side of Twitter.
From people who love Lord of the Rings, I've heard nothing but positive things about this show.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think that the people
I
that have
started-
problems with it are people that decided they weren't going to like it before they watched it. Honestly.
So
Ding, ding,
there's
Tony.
there's a really funny thing about Lord of the Rings that I found out about this week. Tolkien was not an anti-Semite, nor was he a racist. Tolkien was actually really big on inclusivity. He was a bit of an anarchist, but there were white nationalists all through Europe who decided that they were going to take things from the Lord of the Rings as recruiting material as white purity. So what we're seeing, I'm not saying that people who don't like Rings of Power are racist. I'm saying that there's an undercurrent of racism that is promoting the anti-Rings of Power movement. Tolkien actually talks about his characters being brown or ruddy or dark-skinned. They're not all the bad guys, but there are a lot of people who translated white nationalism out of Lord of the Rings and decided that they were going to use that for recruitment. They've been pounding that drum for 50 years, and so it's kind of this nasty, ugly undercurrent where they're saying, they can say, this isn't what Tolkien meant, and then somebody who maybe read the Silmarillion too many times says, I agree, and then, so.
In the or in the movies from Peter Jackson, I think it was also kind of a bad look to have all of the Uruk-hai be cast solely by Maori people. It's
Right.
I mean, great, opportunities and everything for them, but from an optics view of if somebody has those beliefs, it only
And you get
kinda
Peter Jackson
worse.
turning around and saying, "Oh my gosh, we didn't think about it. We just needed a lot of big people."
Big
But-
people,
Right,
yeah.
So, and then I'll wrap up what I did this week with Marvel Unlimited. Oh my gosh, the best $5 a month you can spend ever. Just do the annual plan.
Really?
Just do it.
Oh,
do
yeah.
it. Do the annual plan. It's $60 for an entire year. And Rick Remender's X-Force, I'm wrapping up the entire run. I think
Oh
it's like
God,
40
that's so good.
There's stuff he's doing with Age of Apocalypse. There's stuff he's doing with Kid Apocalypse. There's stuff he's doing with, like, if there's a weird timeline that happened in the 80s and 90s, Remender's doing it. I'm in, like, the 30s now, the issues 30s, with Phil Noto drawing. And it's
Yeah.
like,
He loves him some Phantom X.
Phantom X, and every once in a while Deathlock shows up, and it's like,
Yeah.
he's like, I'm the world's greatest hippie that murders things.
Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
We finally watched the Better Call Saul finale. Oh man, that show just
I need to
ended.
get on that.
It ended so well, and if anyone thinks it's just a prequel offshoot of Breaking Bad, no way. It stands on its own 100%.
I've heard nothing but amazing things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super good, super good. And then we finished the resort. Oh my gosh,
Oh yes.
the resort is so good.
Dang
I
it.
wasn't real happy with the final episode, but
See, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I was fine with the final episode. It's well, I don't want to say much because I don't want to give away spoilers, but
yeah.
But I thought it worked. I thought it worked for him, and I hope it gets a second season. So there's that.
All right.
And then we're making our way through season 2 of For All Mankind right now. Oh, Ronald D. Moore, you sure know how to create a good science show. For All Mankind is just phenomenal. It is. If you have Apple TV Plus and you're not watching it, you need to fix your life.
Is it about-
I watched
is-
the first episode and I was hooked. Like
Yeah.
that, like the whole intro, like setup for the rest of the show. I was like all in.
It's so good.
Is it about that cookbook from The Simpsons?
Yes, it is to serve mankind. Yes.
That's a Twilight Zone episode.
All right. Who wants to go next? Sarah?
I'll go. Also, She-Hulk, loving it. So good. What We Do in the Shadows, as Lee mentioned, just incredible. I'm very curious about where they're going to take it next. Guillermo
Wherever they want, because they're geniuses.
They're geniuses. They're geniuses.
Yeah.
Guillermo is the best thing that ever happened to TV. I stand by that.
Nightwing.
Oh my God, he's Nightwing, and it's so good. I had just
He's so
watched
good.
an
He's the voice
episode.
of Nightwing and Harley Quinn?
Yeah, I had
Awesome.
just
I didn't
watched
realize that.
What We Do in the Shadows right before watching the Harley Quinn episode where he shows up, and I was like, "What?" That voice was just already in my ear.
But he's very serious.
Yeah, it's so good. I'm also, this is not nerd shit, but my reality TV, I love it. Unfortunately, Indian Matchmaking season 2 just came out last month. Love it. Very good. And then British Bake Off is coming next week.
Did you watch Kids Bake Off?
No, should I do that?
It's actually really good.
Okay.
Is
I was
Noel
like,
in that one too?
No, it's completely different people, but it's like they're just so sweet, and the kids are sweet, and I just watched it and said, "Aw."
I think the British could make a good kids baking show with their just how much
Yeah.
positivity it promotes. I hate saying that, but it's just good.
Well, that's why like British Hell's Kitchen way better
Kind.
than or Kitchen
Kind of
Nightmares.
TV.
Is it Kitchen
Oh,
Nightmares?
no.
I think it's Kitchen Nightmares.
Everything that Ramses does for the BBC,
is so
he's
good.
he's so much he's the real person. He's not that.
He's not
Yeah,
a
like
jerk.
chatty,
Well, I don't
mad
think he's
dad.
in the American shows. I don't think he's a jerk. I think Americans are stupid.
I've worked
Yeah,
in
maybe
enough-
that's it, huh?
I've worked in
Can't handle it.
I've worked in enough kitchens to relate, but Sarah, I can tell you one thing that'll just sum up why you want to watch Kids Bake Off.
Okay.
Is a kid comes up and goes, "Oh, I was supposed to do a blah blah blah," and the host says, "Let's not focus on what you didn't do. Let's focus on what you did do."
I
and
love
I'm just like,
Oh, see, that's just good mentoring right there.
That's nice.
Very good. Okay, I will watch it. But I think that's. Oh, I have also been playing Dream Daddy Simulator with Josie on
How is
Twitch.
it?
We are playing on Wednesdays.
Oh my gosh. That's
Good. It's
hilarious.
a little slow, but it's very good.
Dream Daddy Simulator.
That's right.
All right.
I don't even know what that is. That's crazy.
It's a dating simulator where
Yep.
you date fathers.
Yep.
And they are capital D daddies.
Daddy.
looks,
All right.
looks like that's what we're doing on Tuesday nights now, Shannon.
I guess so.
Well, I just call him Dream Daddy. Shannon, what were you considering?
Well, guys, I've been in a bit of a quandary this week. So I like all my basic cable, what used to be basic cable, I watch it through Sling, right? Sling TV.
Uh-huh.
And I guess that's just Dish TV. Dish Network. Well, guess what? Them and Game Show Network got in a fight,
Oh no.
and it's gone.
Oh, boy.
no.
So you just
So I
been
just-
staring at your wall all week? or-
Yeah, what are you doing?
Well, once I stopped crying, and then I realized, oh wait, Family Feud's on every channel all the time. And I was like, okay, I'll just have to look for it now, right? Got to get my Steve Harvey fix. I started to watch the Rings of Powers thing.
Yeah.
And I had some drinks in me, and I thought it was too hard, so I stopped.
Shannon, real talk, I'm right there with you. I would be.
It's just pretty. Let it wash over you, but try not to drink
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
I certainly don't understand how people cannot like She-Hulk. I just
Yeah, boggles
I
the
don't get
mind,
it.
doesn't
it kills me. But I'm so happy because
Why?
my favorite trash came back this week,
Nah.
set in my favorite corner of the multiverse.
Holy moly.
No,
Oh, I wish that was back.
Cobra Kai is back, my friends.
Oh,
And this
time
is
to
what I
start
love. I've
watching
decided
that.
just to watch it and go, this is a multiverse where every kid does karate.
Seriously.
Every
real.
single fucking kid
Every
is
kid
in a
you know.
is it like in a dojo. So and they keep just bringing every character that they can find from the Karate Kid movies, right? And so now here's the conceit we're supposed to believe. The original Cobra Kai guy, he's in jail, got framed. whatever. Who fucking cares? But now that Terry Silver,
The rich guy.
the really mean guy from I think Karate Kid 3. Anyway, he's in charge, and he's opening up Cobra Kai's everywhere.
Franchising.
And he's planning. His plan is to go global. Okay, he's gonna do
One dojo at a time.
And Danny LaRusso is just like, oh fuck, he's gonna ruin the whole world, man. All kids.
I can't
All
wait.
kids
I gotta
all around
watch
the
this.
world are gonna have to deal with the stuff that I did growing up, and my poor kids. And oh, guys, it's such good trash. Oh, I just I love it so much.
I'll tell you what they need to do in that show is they need to have a storyline next season where they reveal that Mr. Miyagi didn't actually die, and he had extensive plastic surgery and went into witness protection program for some reason, and they recast him and
Yes,
bring him back.
The
Yeah,
chairman
I
from
would-
Iron Chef.
I
Yeah,
would
bring
not
him back.
put it past that show
Bring
at all.
back Mr. Miyagi
But,
as
so-
someone else.
Carrie, what's really jarring, because I know you've never watched the Cobra Kai.
I have watched some of it.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
So, the actor from Blackbird that plays the serial killer
Oh, the big guy?
shows back up as Stingray, the
Yeah.
doofus comedy relief.
He's
And
a
it
doofus
really-
in this show.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it just, it was very jarring. I was like, oh, God,
That's the murderer.
that's the
See,
man.
I'm the other direction. I knew him from Cobra Kai first, and so
Well, me
seeing
too,
him as a
but, like-
crazy person is like, what?
Yeah, but now he's so good on that show. You're just like, he's gonna say some weird sexual stuff in it. You know what I mean? And yeah, just such good trash. Just watch it. Just let it wash over you. Turn your brain off and wonder why
Done.
when Game Show Network is coming back.
Gavin says Cobra Kai is the Starbucks of karate.
It's so
that should be
funny
the
because
tagline.
it is.
Yes.
It's like every kid does karate. And I'm like, oh, there's going to be a karate fight at this at the water park. I can just
course
feel it
there
coming. You know,
The water park.
I shit you not. I'm like, it's just
Real quick here, Ryan has been keeping an eye on D23 for us. Wakanda Forever, November 1st, 2022. Footage was
11th.
rad.
11th.
No, November 11th, sorry. Queen Ramonda addressing politicians, then a variety of sizzle scenes, lots of Namor, lots of action, big moments, epic hype.
Cool.
So that should be out there and available. All right, Rebecca.
Okay.
What have you
Before I
consumed
talk about
this week?
Star Trek, I saw 2 movies. I went to go see Barbarian. Horror. So it's a horror movie. Don't read anything about it. Go in blind. You can watch a trailer. The trailers are actually pretty safe for it. I mean, I haven't checked out any new ones, but I watched a trailer beforehand because I was told it was safe, and it definitely was. Have you guys watched The Whitest Kid You Know, that sketch group?
Yes.
yeah,
Little bit.
Very
I
fun.
loved it.
One of the members of that, Zach Kreger, is the guy who wrote and directed this, and it is a very good first horror movie for him. Like I think he hits all the right beats. He's really does a really good job of building an atmospheric horror set. The sound mixing was insane, and the story itself, it's told in a unique way. Essentially, the movie is this girl goes to stay at an Airbnb, but it's already rented by Bill Skarsgård, who you know is the clown from It.
Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Yes, Tony, you have a question.
Is this icky horror? Am I going to get ickied?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yes. A lot of cringy moments. But this girl goes to this Airbnb. It's already it's been double booked, and Bill Skarsgård offers to let her stay there. And she discovers a spooky thing in the basement. And
Oh, good. Oh, my worst fear. Good.
yeah. So
I should
he
send you
does.
basement pictures from my
I
house.
was going to say, I'm in a basement right now. Am I the icky thing?
No.
So Zach Kreger does a really phenomenal job of like setting up atmospheric horror. There's social commentary throughout, which I think is kind of a new norm in horror movies. But he does a phenomenal job, and I was completely blown away. I'm not giving it 5 stars. I think I gave it like 3.5 on Letterboxd, but
How scary would we were supposed to see this movie together, and I'm relieved that we did not, because I get really scared. But I want to know, how scared would I have been?
It was bad enough that I went out loud in the theater a couple times.
How grossed out would I be?
I want to say pretty grossed out.
Really?
So, Rebecca, I'm trying to bring my favorite horror YouTuber on to do a Spooky Time Club with us to talk about this.
Yeah.
There's a YouTuber, his channel's called Gavin Loves Horror, and he has the most refreshingly enthusiastic take on horror movies. He's just excited about it, and I want to get the two of you together to talk about this movie.
I love that, because I've heard a couple of other people say this movie was so bad, and I'm like, it's not though. But I think that about I think I try to see the good in everything that I see anyway.
Sure.
Pure of heart, Rebecca Frost.
I'm just pure. Yeah.
And Rebecca, I love that you brought up sound mixing and its importance in a horror movie, because it's so true.
It's really important.
Like Lee, Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer.
That hacksaw.
When he's hacking off that head, I'm just like, I'll never forget. You and I watched it, just going, no.
When the hacksaw sound is rattling in your fillings in your teeth, that's
Oh yeah.
And it's all wet and icky. Yeah.
Barbarian with it goes at some points extremely bass heavy, and it just really sets the creepy mood. So,
so you want to catch it in theaters?
I recommend catching it in theater. If you can go with an audience, I think that's always so much fun. The audience there wasn't like anybody at the theater that we went to, so there was only a couple of other people for us to be like with, but whatever. I give it a recommend. And then I also went to go see Bullet Train.
Yes.
I want to see
this.
I want to see that so bad.
It really, you need to see it.
Love a good punch pew pew.
Yeah.
Love a good assassin movie. These types of movies always make me want to be an assassin.
It's not too late.
There's a lot of oh no! I didn't admit to anything. Also, we got to raise a glass to Queen Elizabeth.
No, we don't.
No.
If you want to raise a glass to Queen Elizabeth, feel free.
Yeah.
But Bullet Train is one of those. There's a MacGuffin on a bullet train, and this all-star cast is fighting over the MacGuffin.
And every new cast member that pops up,
is a surprise.
Was so excited to see, because they're not in some of them are not in the commercials, and it's a great surprise.
A lot of setups and payoffs. Like almost everything in this movie is a setup with a payoff, and it's
excellent,
really awesome.
It's a long movie, but there's not 1 second of downtime.
I wasn't bored.
So
I was never bored.
Rebecca, have you talked to Jen about her experience watching it with Jackson?
Yes. Yeah.
Because
she told me all about it.
So her autistic son loves trains.
Oh.
And he loves stuff blowing up. And she was like, I didn't know there was some Thomas the Tank Engine stuff in this thing.
Yeah.
So much Thomas the Tank Engine.
And I guess he just loved this movie.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. Okay, and now I started watching Strange New Worlds, and I have to preface this, I literally only know that the Enterprise is a ship and Spock is there. That's all I know about Star Trek. I don't know anything else about Star Trek, okay? Where do I even begin? What a fun show!
Yeah.
I expect Star Trek to be serious all the time, and this is it's kind of lighthearted and.
Well, there's an episode of the original where they fought Abraham Lincoln. So always very serious.
I got a lot to say about it. What I like is everybody talks out their problems. If somebody makes a mistake, nobody gets mad.
Yeah, they use their words.
They use their words. A lot of it I've noticed is just like stressfully tippy tapping on a table, though.
Screen table.
Yeah, Anson Mount, good looking. Chapel, I would die for her.
Me too.
Ortegas would die for Ortegas. La'an drives me nuts. Love the other doctor. I can't remember his name with the daughter. Mbenga, I love him.
And Rebecca, can I interrupt really quick?
Yeah.
Mbenga is one of those characters that Roddenberry fought tooth and nail to put in the original series before McCoy came on board. Like, there is one episode with Mbenga in it, and it's like the network just couldn't handle it having an African American.
It's like, oh, we've already got an
man.
African American.
So for them to
I
bring
love him very
him back,
much.
he's so good.
Yeah.
And I had never the first episode in particular, where they go to the planet that's like developing a warp bomb, essentially.
Oh yeah.
And it's so fascinating to see actual first contact with a planet and like how that is. And what a sales pitch for joining the Federation, by the way. Let Anson Mount sell anything. He gives such a phenomenal speech in that first episode. I'm like, oh, I guess I want to join the Federation now.
I was in tears during
Me
that.
too.
Yeah, it was, it's so good. I don't know what else.
So
Well-
this is your first Star Trek you've watched?
Yeah,
How far
What's-
in are you?
I just finished episode 4.
Okay.
What beautiful delights you have.
Memento
in front of
Mori,
you.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
With the Gorn.
Oh, yes, the Gorn. Now, Ethan Peck, who plays Spock, did you know? Gregory Peck's grandson.
Did not know.
Yes. All right. Well, just keep us posted, Rebecca. I'm dying to find out what you think. And
Well,
any
I was
questions?
messaging Lee last night because I didn't want to spoil it for Tony. Maybe I'll just start a whole separate group chat.
I'm going to catch up. I think I'm only up to episode 3 of Strange New Worlds, but I'm going
All
to
right.
catch up for sure.
I'm very excited that you've joined us. All right. I watched all the stuff that you guys watched this week. I also watched
Even Indian matchmaking, Carrie?
Not that. No, I did miss that one.
I wouldn't say you missed it, Carrie.
We're 2 episodes in on Archer this new season, by the way. So you should be watching
yeah.
Archer.
Okay,
Yeah.
Is it good Archer or bad Archer?
It's good Archer, and
Yay!
also Rick and Morty started this week. So
I watched
get
it.
on that.
This week-
Tony,
This
have you
week's Rick
watched
and
it
Morty?
yet?
I haven't watched it yet. I'm watching
Okay.
it today.
This week's Rick and Morty is just everything everywhere all at once.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Also, if you like the game shows, Shannon, and I know you like food shows, Guy's Ultimate Game Night.
I
on Food
watched it.
Network.
I like that.
Okay.
You know, people's got to stop talking trash on Guy.
Who's
He's
talking
an
trash
alright
on
dude.
Guy? I've never seen anything but love for Guy
It,
Fieri.
it was
Well,
a very common thing, like
Yeah.
years ago. He's a good dude.
Guy Fieri, like a buddy of mine went to, because he's a Guy Fieri fan, and he went to a
Fieri.
book signing. He went to a book signing to go, and he brought his little 4-year-old with him, and they're at the back of the line, and Guy stands up and goes, I got to go talk to this little kid. And, he didn't need to do that. And he went up there, and he hung out with the guy, and he brought the kid back to the table to sit and hang out with him while he talked to fans. And it's like, monsters don't do that. That's what good people do. So
Does anyone know if he's done the hot wings or
The hot ones?
The hot ones.
I don't think he has. Tony would
I
know.
want to see him. Do
I
that.
don't think
Padme
he
has.
I'll look it up real quick.
Oh yeah, she
Gordon
does.
Padme
Ramsay's done
actually
it
has.
twice.
Yeah,
Gordon
Ramsay.
Ramsay almost pukes. It's so
Sorry
funny.
to derail.
It is
Talk
a
about
great
hot
one.
He's
Yeah.
British. So watch that. Also, the show I was recommending, Paper Girls, apparently is not going to return. So go and watch the only season of Paper Girls, and then lament that you won't be getting more.
Is the show?
Guy,
is it
Guy
over?
Fieri, Guy
No,
Fieri did do
they're
hot
just-
ones already, by the way.
They're just not renewing it. They're just not
I know,
renewing
and
Okay.
it's such a shame because it was really cool.
It was
I
good.
really liked it.
2 big things that I did this week. First of all was Spider-Man: No Way Home. I
First time?
watched it. No, I saw it in the theaters ages ago when it opened, but I rewatched it twice this week.
Why the twice?
I don't know. I just did. But I've noticed so much more shit on the second and third viewing. There's so many little hidden gems in there, including a billboard for Rogers the Musical that just whizzes by you. But the big thing that I did this week, I went to a movie theater and I saw Jaws, the original Jaws.
I'm so jealous.
Nice.
And I saw it in 3D because it was a toss-up. It was released in IMAX and in 3D. Now, so I asked around, and everyone said, well, IMAX, it'll be big. but 3D will give it depth. And then I read this article in the Hollywood Reporter saying this is the way you should see it, because of the way that movie was shot, it needs the depth and it makes it. Plus, they remastered the print, and then they also remixed the sound.
Ooh.
So I got to hear, I'm telling you, it was like seeing it for the first time.
Wow.
Were you
How
just in
fun.
heaven, Carrie?
I was
Jealous.
in total heaven because
remember-
I only saw it once in the theater, and that was when I was a little kid. And then the rest of the times I've seen it on video.
And then you were like, I can't sit on a toilet.
that too, yeah.
Do you remember Once Upon a Time? I think it was in the mid '90s. They remastered and reissued the original Psycho in theaters, and I know a lot of us went to see it, and it was literally like seeing that movie for the first time.
Yes, it was just amazing. But seeing it on the big screen in 3D, there's just some shots, that just give it so much depth.
I can only imagine.
It's such a beautiful film and the perfect movie almost. So anyway, Jaws in 3D, not Jaws 3D. That's a different terrible movie. All right,
Jaws in 3D.
let's do games and get out of here.
All right.
Okay.
Games. Here we go.
Ready.
Here we go.
Ready.
You ready for this?
Ready.
You ready for this? Wait a minute. What date is the weekend on? The 16th. Okay. Voice of Cards, The Beasts of Burden.
Fake.
That's a real game. You know it. Let's see. We got Sunday Gold.
Fake.
Real game.
Yeah.
Little Orpheus.
Fake.
Hey,
Real game. Real game.
Ah, nerds.
Did you say Little Orifice?
Little Orifice. That's a different
Little
game.
Yucca.
Orpheus.
Let's see. Whiskey Distillery Simulator.
Fake.
False.
I wish it was real.
That's fake.
Yeah.
I win.
Oh, good try, Tony.
But there is a winery simulator right now for free on Epic Games game launcher.
Winery simulator.
For
Why,
real, for real.
why would I go to a simulator when I just go to work and hear people whine for free?
Hey, look
my
at this guy
God.
playing with words. Let's see. Metal Hellsinger.
I want to play it. What is it?
It's gotta be real.
It's real. Family Man.
It's probably real. I wish it was fake.
It's real. Yeah, it's real. NPC PC stands for non-player character, player character.
Yes,
NPC
real.
simulator. You're fake.
Real. Real.
It's fake. It's
Oh.
fake. But I would play that non-player character, player character.
You guys are going to be playing exactly that next week.
Yes, excellent. Wayward Strand.
I'm gonna assume it's real.
That one's real.
Yeah.
Blind Fate. Ido Nomi Yami.
Real.
That's real. Yeah, I can't make that up. Chartreuse Kingdom. The Curse of the Forever People.
Real.
That's fake. I made that one up.
Oh, that was a good one, Tony.
Thank you.
Hold on. I got to talk to my guy about developing that game.
And we're going to end on that one.
Real quick here before we say goodbye, Ryan has been keeping an eye on D23 for us. Winston Duke says about the new Black Panther movie, everything has changed, everything is bigger, everything is better, everything is new. Let's see, Riri Williams, a.k.a. Ironheart, introducing in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Ironheart series coming to Disney+, Coogler producing, still shooting. Ironheart looks really good. Anthony Ramos is playing Parker Robbins, the Hood.
Anthony Ramos.
No. They're bringing the hood in?
They're bringing the Hood in.
Oh, my God. I love that character.
Let's see. Feige says, I'm trying to dance around the plot like this. I can't give you all the deets. Ramos talking about the Hood. No more. He's dancing too close. Shuts him up. Wakanda Forever is the completion of Phase 4. Phase 5 kicks off with Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Direct line into Kang Dynasty. Cast is now coming on stage. Let's see. This is unlike anything you've seen, Paul Rudd says. This is bananas on Ant-Man.
I think he dies in this.
Oh, don't
Why
say
would you
that.
say that?
No
He's like
way.
Because they got to inspire the young Avengers.
He's like my second favorite Avenger.
Yeah, I know, but they got to set up. They have to set up young Avengers, and how do they do that? By inspiring Cassie Lang to form the young Avengers.
Oh, okay. Rudd points to Majors, who's playing Kang. That guy, he's incredible. It throws the whole thing into such a new territory. It's showing some Ant-Man footage. But yeah, so there you go.
Cool.
That's where we're at right now. Mr. B, if you would, please.
Ham. Cobra Kai is not the way.
Damn it!
And for everybody watching live, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe because that's the pitch that YouTube told me I had to make or I would lose my YouTube pants.
It really is the case.
Yes.
Sadly, it is.
Yeah, your YouTube producer gets to wear YouTube pants.
I want YouTube pants. How do I
I'll
get
send 'em
YouTube
to you.
pants? Yes.
Right now, they're very small and tight because we need more people to subscribe so they grow.
Right. Yeah, they grow with our subscriber numbers. Hey, but we do funny behind the scenes thing. We do pick up about 7 subscribers a week, so thank you so much for making all those fake accounts, everyone.
We love you.
It's that.
Nice.
You're welcome.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Again, you don't have to watch or listen. Just press play and go do something.
Watch it.
We're going to need a bigger pants.
We'll take that. All right. Anyway,
right. Thanks, everyone.
Thank in the chat room. We'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
There are
Did
two.
you